to episode 46 of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. I am the irrepressible, unregulated arts of integrity, Douglas Smythe from PhoenixArsonAccoutrements.com. And with me today, we have the clean shaver, Scott Ostermiller, and filling in for So Sharp, limited David Gonzalez, our chum, our pal, our good friend, our typical host on the Roundtable is not here for some reason unknown, but luckily enough, Matt Pisarcick was in the neighborhood, and he will be filling in for David all of a sudden. Welcome, Matt Pisarcick of the Razor Emporium.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Matt. Woohoo!
Now, for those of you who don't know, today is going to be a hot seat episode. The last of the month. We decided to do this all month, it would seem, and it's been a really good time. And who knows, maybe we'll just do it more often because they've been a lot of fun. Because you never know what you're going to get either. It really keeps you on the edge of your seat. The hot seat. So, we're going to be doing this again today. It's just been a long week here in the world of wet shaving. There's so much going on. And the reason why Matt is officially here is to talk about some of that stuff. And, before we even get into it, I just want to say there's a lot of weird stuff going out there right now, folks. Stay positive. Negativity begets negativity, begets negativity, begets negativity. I want to see a shave video. I want to see a positive shave video, review something, tell me how to do something, whatever. But I don't want to see another rant video, ranting about this, ranting about it's just blah, 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 blah. There's no room for that in wet shaving. Let's stay positive. I don't know. I don't even pay attention to this stuff. But it's like, people become what they hate after a while, and it's like over and over. It's like there is no room for that. Can we just be happy and shave? I mean, we've been doing this show. This is the 46th episode. We've been here every week at the same time. Every Saturday night, we are here for you folks, trying to give a positive show. And we don't go into this it's he said, she said, whatever stuff. It's because it's BS. Doesn't belong here. So with that said, stay positive, make positive videos, and just be happy, because this is about community, and the community is really about more so than wet shaving. It's about how we treat each other. So let's treat each other better. It's summertime. Right. Okay, so let's get to the episode. Matt, what do you got for us?
I was getting a message that I couldn't be heard, so I hit refresh. Am I any better now, people?
There we go.
Better.
We're getting it.
Okay, cool.
You're good.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm joining the roundtable today from my my garage here. This is the Matt Pisarcick Man Cave. I'm just enjoying a little cigar and a little beer here on a nice Saturday afternoon. Earlier yesterday afternoon, I was very honored to release an official teaser video that is entitled The Heart of Shaving, which is going to be promoting a larger documentary that's coming out this Friday. That kind of recaps the Big Shave West 2, but also more than just the Big Shave West. We actually did a lot of interviews with individual business owners, individual YouTube guys, manufacturers, and really kind of tie together a lot of what's happening right now in the wet shaving world and how it kind of paralleled the Big Shave West 2 event. I just saw a sneak peek this afternoon of the final version. It's actually the first time I've seen it. Yeah, I know that. I'm very honored to have the talent of Marissa Neal. She has been our office manager in the past, but now she's moving more to a video role exclusively for the company. And I saw some video today, about 45 minutes of it, and it's pretty cool. It really kind of hinges off of the roundtable discussions that occurred at the event, much like this roundtable event that this forum has. And it kind of took each question or each statement and kind of did like a little offshoot kind of directive. Yeah, and kind of then came back to
that's good. That's good. It opens up the roundtable even more.
Yeah, it really moved the conversation forward, and it kind of has that central kind of conversation that keeps on happening, and very, very cool. By far, there was so many great moments. We had, great comments from Scott, from Doug, from David, from Leonard Yarba down in Tucson, Con down in Australia. I mean, so many different people. Gail from Edwin Jagger was on the round table. Stan from Above the Tie. Gareth from Rockwell. But the bottom line is that everyone had so many great kind of points of view of what's going on in the wet shaving world, and it was so interesting to kind of see more behind the scenes from them. So I'm looking forward to that coming out on Friday. And if you guys haven't already done so, check out the official teaser that's now up on YouTube. And I'm sure that we can put the link up for you guys. I can
Actually, let's just take a look at it right now.
This event was originally, the whole concept behind it was to get people off the internet and together. So the perception of everybody you're communicating with or dealing with or whatever is not just their avatar, it's the real people. And there's so much more to people than what's on the internet. You think you might get a sense of somebody or whatever, but it's not.
Touring to the Union where I shoveled through the archives just to fumble in their books and meet all the men who've gone before. Yeah, I found that silence, the kind that only lasts for so long. Find yourself, dangerous and so. Holy water, holy wine, take the dust of earth and my heart combine. Tame the tiger, tame the time. Hey, you never drew the day. Float on. Talk there without pain, a portrait of myself in no lie, and make sure that it's vivid. The worst thing that could happen is that I am misrepresented, and I'm forced to find a new way to live. For love, for life, forget and forgive.
It's all about the human experience. As with anything else, with any other niche out there, we're all human beings and we all have a story to tell, and this is one thing that we rally around, but it's so human.
Take the dust of earth and my heart combine. Tame the tiger, tame the time. Hey, who never drew the day. And float on.
I'm Damon, owner of Old Town Shaving, and welcome to the Big Shave West 2.
So what did we just see, Matt?
Well, we just saw a very cool kind of music video inspired teaser that gave people a sense of what's to expect, that more the spirit of the event more than anything, that there was community of people, meeting of the minds, meeting face to face. That's why we chose this title of The Heart of Shaving. And obviously it's a play on words of the art of shaving, obviously taken to the next level. And I'm very, very happy that we had some inspiration, you might say divine inspiration, from Francis.
Me and Matt were racking our brains for hours. And Francis is like, how about, after I explained to her what we're going for, she's like, how about The Heart of Shaving?
Yeah. I mean, we were doing everything. We were like Shaveolution, against the grain. We wanted some title that was not so obvious, but definitely kind of catchy. And Francis just dropped the mic on us.
She really did. And and there's a duality to it as well. There's the heart of shaving. There's also the love of shaving too. So it's all in there. And
absolutely,
and it's really just a positive. I just can't wait to see it. But it's a joy, if you will. So and that was only the teaser. I can only imagine what the final product's going to look like.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, guys.
I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be fun.
As am I. And I really like the round table. I like taking the round table to the street thing. Like this year, I want to do more of these at not festivals, at meetups and whatnot. Mm-hmm. We'll be doing another round table at the Seattle ShaveCon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll be so anyone who can make it out there, I need to know who's coming. But yeah, we'll just take. I might actually get tablecloths made that say round table on it, and just in preparation for these things, because I really like these live ones. I really think it's so much better than just going to see someone lecture me about their product or something like that. It's really just like anything goes, and you can pick everyone's brain. It's open up to the audience. It's more, I don't know, something more authentic about it, or more genuine, or just I mean. So
it breaks a barrier down. I mean, I did comment in the video that, I've been to trade shows before in Las Vegas. I've been to conferences in my previous life, in my professional work, and it's not always that you get people from different companies, different professions, different areas of the world that can actually kind of cohesively have a conversation. A lot of times there's hostilities or negativities, or if you're at a convention, you see someone setting up a booth, you're like, oh, I hate that company, or screw them, but like the great thing is this roundtable and other things like this, the meetups can facilitate such cohesiveness and kind of community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interactive all the way around, and it's really cool. And I see some comments about the beards. So earlier people were telling me to shave. Now people are digging our beards, Scott. But we're doing this for a charity right now, folks. And I'm only kidding. I'm actually growing this for a new oil, a beard oil I'm trying out. So rather than send it out to everyone else, I just like to do it on myself first. And this is kind of a good thing. I did actually have a chemical burn one time for testing something on my face a couple years back. So I'm glad I didn't send it to anyone else. So I'm going to be doing that with the beard oil the next couple months. It's still not long enough. So next couple weeks rather, not months. But I'm trying to keep it shaped. So bear with me, fellas.
Isn't it?
What's up?
It's going to be CAD, isn't it?
Oh, no, I don't think it is, actually.
No.
I don't think it is. I think it's going to be its own unique thing. Because once you start doing that, then everyone wants something for each scent. Can I get a beard oil in Malbos? Can I get it in Cavendish? And I have like 60 different scents. So it's like, it's
Alpine.
yeah, God. Golly. We just got the soap. So that said, it's going to be a killer movie. How long is the film going to be, Matt?
Right now, I think the runtime is right around 45 to 50 minutes. So we're trying to keep it both concise, but also, we can go in depth in different areas. We don't want it to be one of those scenes where you're like, when's this thing going to be over?
Yeah.
But there was a lot of material to cover. I think we had 12 hours of footage to go through. It was just between our footage, there was another cameraman on site, I think Damon hired, and then all the crowd footage that was submitted. It was just so much for Marissa to go through.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. I'm still shocked that she's got it done so fast.
Yeah, no kidding. That was
Sly, there is a beard oil in Malboj, by the way. So start growing that beard. Now, before we take on our first hot seater, Matt, I want you to see, and Scott as well, I want you to see my Le Coq.
What in the world?
Oh, is that a French razor?
Yeah.
Wow.
Le Coq. However, it is a Franken razor. This is a fat tip, handle, and cap. The original parts, well, actually, they're right here. They came in this nifty little case. They're really not all that. The handle's nice, but the cap, it seems to be a little funky, where there's more blade exposure on one side than the other. So, and this cap right here is a little more bend to it, so it keeps the blade down. Whereas it was scary looking when I first put it together. So, but you know what? It's killer shaver. It is a little aggressive, but I like the concept anyways. I really like that grill right there.
Cool.
I wanted to try to put the Grand Razor head on top of it. It just didn't fit, but I really wanted to see what the physics were behind that. So
very cool.
But fun little razor. This is another one I just picked up too. A new Bakelite. And this I really wish I knew. You see these come up every now and then. Little Art Deco tops, metal tops, and the rest is Bakelite. But you never know who the brand is. I don't know who this one's from. There
were so many different, like, just German companies making stuff, just kicking them out.
I think it was just, I don't know, the cost of putting a logo on it must have been expensive or something. But I mean, like, I would love to lay claim to this one. This one's beautiful. The butterscotch handle, it's solid, and it's got a great weight to it thanks to the top cap. So, if you guys ever see a Bakelite like this, pick it up, because I don't know. I mean, this one's really rare, at least to my eyes. So I just wanted to touch upon that before we take our first seater on. Anything you guys like to add before we hop into this?
Want me to stay on the call, Doug?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. You're filling in for David. You got the job.
Booyah.
You fit the suit. Johnny Bravo.
I even got the cigar.
There you go.
Yeah. What you got, Scott?
So a couple things. I've had a few people ask me about this guy right here. I've been shaving with all week. This is the Colonial Razors General. So he uses the Feather Artist style blades, or Artist Club style blades, and it's made out of aluminum, so very light, but really excellent shaver. I'm going to be doing a review on this, hopefully releasing this week.
It looks a lot like the standard razor. That's what it first caught my eye.
Yeah, it looks like like the standard and the Mongoose had a love child or something like that. You know, it's
And it's black.
The sand goose.
Yeah, sand goose, there you go. But yeah, it's a very nice shaver. I mean, and for the price point, I believe they're looking for like the $60 to $80 price point for this, which is going to be just killer as far as SEs are concerned. So it's one to watch out for. I believe they're looking at dropping this this summer. So
very cool.
And then one other thing that just came in my mail today. If you look at the tub, you can probably tell who it's from.
Looks like Katie's Bubbles.
Katie's Bubbles. And this is the Noah soap this year.
Oh, hey, cool.
So we're $200 away from getting the Noah soap.
That's awesome.
So this one, it is a citrus bomb, man. I mean, this is just, it's got every citrus you can imagine. I mean, pink and white grapefruit, blood orange, bitter orange, sweet orange, lemon, lime, bergamot.
It's citradelic.
Yeah, it's insane. Unfortunately, it doesn't have peaches. But it's and then just a hint of sandalwood and cypress in there as well. So it's a really, really nice scent. I think I'm going to have them lighten up the cypress just a little bit, but very, very nice. And I haven't lathered it up yet, so this is just out of the tub. But looking forward to having this drop in the next. Hopefully, if we hit the mark, maybe this week. So
yeah, let's say in an hour.
Yeah, if we can hit that, boom. Let's do it.
Give out the website, Scott.
All right, I'll actually enter it in the little link spot right there.
It's right here.
Yeah. So it's http://bit.ly/Noah with a capital N fundraiser with a capital F. And
excellent.
There we go. I'll put it in the comments as well.
So yeah, the reason why I no one asked. I hold a can of canned peaches, like just randomly. No one's like, "Hey,
you put up the news, right?"
Yeah, okay.
I know
that gets it, but everyone else is just like, "Yeah, cool, man. I'm drinking beer," and it's like, just dropped this yesterday, Immortal Peach, and this has been made with all natural plant-derived fragrance oils, which I'm stoked about.
Very cool.
Because there is no peach essential oil, sadly enough, so you have to either use a fragrance oil typically. But now there's a great company out there making plant-derived fragrance oils. So I had to go to town with that. And I even made a splash, which typically I don't think there has been a matching splash for a lot of the peach stuff that's been out there at least by the artisans for the last couple of years. Do you know of any, Scott?
No, not really off the top of my head.
There you go. Immortal Peach. It'll take you home.
Ooh, yeah.
So I got that going on. Sorry I had to drop that. And I had these at home. I shaved them this morning, so bear with me. They were just here, I swear. The canned peaches, however, I'm going to drink that during the show. So let's pull someone on board before it gets too cray-cray. Don't ever let me say cray-cray again. Okay, someone take that seat. Guys, who wants to hop on board here?
What do we got here? We've got... Who did we have last week? Let's see. We had Steven last week.
We had everybody last week. All those guys. Okay. So we have Steven, Jonathan, and Ronnie, which you guys will definitely get a hot seat since since you're here and we'll love to have you. Is there any new persons out there? Oh, cool. I didn't know you could do that. Are there any new people out there that would like to take a hot seat before we pull in the regulars, the regs? I feel like a bartender. I smell like a bartender is what it all comes down to. Okay. Okay, guys.
Let's see.
What happened here? This guy did one for me too. Yeah, she did one for you, Steven.
There's nobody else out there that wants to hop on? Come on.
Okay, we're doing this.
All right.
Oh, we lost Ronnie. Oh, we gave. Okay, what do we got? We got. Damn.
5. Holy cow.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, people. Don't be shy. And I do also want to mention before you hop on, headphones are much needed. So look around real quick for headphones. If you don't have any headphones,
So we'll do Seattle ShaveCon. Let them
With the
on.
microphone.
yes, let's get Matthew up here to talk really for a bit about his. There he is.
Hey.
everybody.
Hey, what's up, man?
Good to see you, Matt. You look surprisingly rested up, given you just had a child.
You know, there's actually a feeding taking place right now that I'm missing out on.
Oh,
Sorry to keep you from the feeding. Nice. Well, welcome aboard, Matt. Some of you may recognize Matt from Seattle's ShaveCon as well as the ShaveMeetup.com page. Well, you may not recognize him. I don't think there's any photos of him or any of those things. But this is the guy.
I was going to say, I think this is the first time I've seen his face. So
Matt was on a couple weeks back, briefly. For actually, I think it was the first hot seat of this month. So
Yeah.
welcome back, Matt. And so what's going on? What you
I
got?
just jump on super quick. I don't have all that much to say because there's so much other good stuff out there, but I like to talk. Number one, we're starting to push really hard on the it's on the ShaveCon. It's coming up soon. You'll start to see more stuff coming out. If you could spread the word, I would love you. That's all.
what are the dates on that?
The date is it's going to be September 17th. And if you go to can't talk today.
Buddy.
Nothing to do for me. Let's see. If you go on up to my website, it's all on there. All the dates, who's coming, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. And I also want to say, let's see, on our Shave Meetup page, so we have a couple meets going on now over this weekend. Let's see, after all those are done, we still have 8 more meets up there. So things are still coming up. We have more people doing stuff all the time. If you have any ideas, if you want to get a meet going, let me know, let Douglas know, talk to someone else who knows, go to the page, submit it. I'll hook you up. We'll get everything up there. We'll get pictures, we'll get addresses, try to make it as easy as possible. It's free. We don't try to make money. It's why. So talk.
That's the way to do it.
So, put it out there, share it, spread the word. That's all good.
Hey, Matt, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I had my honeymoon in Seattle. Where exactly do you guys have the physical meetup?
It's written. It was actually bounced around a couple times. It's always been downtown Seattle though, because it's so central to everything around here. I don't live anywhere near there, honestly. But if you want people to meet up, let's see. We're having it this year at our Washington State Convention Center. So it's major, it's big, it's super centered. There's hotels all around it. Trying for something a little new this year to try to make it big.
Wow.
We'll see.
It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. We just need to start getting flyers out there now for that.
Yeah,
so
so
you can
start getting the word out. You'll start seeing more from me and also from Douglas. He's helped me out. And please share. See, I'm asking $5 to get in, but it's just to cover costs. Because if you want to make things big, and I don't actually have a business, I don't actually sell anything, so it's a lot of pockets. So I need to try to balance that most of the way, if not all the way, hopefully. But it's all fun because it's
Awesome.
fun. I love the shave. I love all the shave meetups. You start talking and you look down. It's been 4 hours.
It's time to go.
Yep.
You haven't eaten all day. You're thirsty as hell, but it's fun.
That was
Yeah.
Big Shave Western in a nutshell.
Yeah. And that said, I say you need at least 5 or 6 hours for a good meetup. They go by way too fast. So if anyone out there is thinking about doing a meetup, try to make it lasting. Today, I know that Kansas City is having a meetup, the Sunflower State. That's probably going on right now or very soon, anyways.
So that's why our attendance is low right now.
Yeah, that's Kansas
One
City.
in
keeps happening.
Kansas City. There's also
Iowa.
in Richmond, and there's also going to be one in Iowa. All this weekend.
Yes, Richmond's tomorrow.
and if anyone out there is living near these places and wants to go and this is the first time they're hearing about it, remember to check out shavemeetup.com right here. Shavemeetup.com. And we'll keep you informed what's going on. There's a lot of stuff coming up. Chicago's coming up June 11th too. And South Florida, then Riverside, California, then New York, then Seattle ShaveCon. And this is constantly changing. Stuff is constantly being added to, our meetups are constantly being added to the site. So again, shavemeetup.com will keep you informed. And it'll also function as a resource too if you're looking to start your own meetup. I'll create your own meetup with tips and tricks on how to do that. So
very cool.
Check it out today. Yeah.
Here's some tricks which we need to put up there, or something which we should add. Let me know. It's
did we not add that to it?
Well, it's on there, but as always, or someone else might have a good idea.
Right.
Yes.
Definitely. So excellent, Matt. Well, thanks for popping in, man. And we will check in with you real soon. And because what I want to do is what we did with the Big Shave West, how we had different artisans and vendors that were attending the Big Shave West on the show each week up until the day of. I want to do the same thing with ShaveCon. And it looks like there's already some artisans and vendors that I don't recognize their names. So I think it'd be really cool to get them on board here or get them on a show.
A couple local people here. So
maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Just don't recognize the names. So great. Well, thank you, Matt. And now we'll be taking our next hot seater. Ciao, dude.
Bye, Matt.
Wow, we got you guys hanging on that line. What do we got? Okay. We have Shaving with Rich popping in. Is he gonna make it? It always freaks me out a little when it pulsates like that. Oh, there he is.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Welcome aboard, Rich.
What's up, man?
Hey, it's great to see all you guys, all my friends.
It's good to be seen.
From the meetup.
It's good to be seen.
I
What's
should
new?
take my laptop in and show you guys the poster so you could all be reminded of what you guys signed. It's funny, though, because when I was reading the story about this amazing soap right here, which we will get into here in just a second, I read something in there that reminded me about a moment that I had with Douglas. And that's when I pulled out I had this idea, and Ken Sturps had to leave early. And he promised me he was going to sign it, and I just happened to run into him early at the show. Anyways, he had to leave, so he literally went through the line with me to buy the poster. So he signed it, and then I went throughout the day having everybody else sign it. I remember when I was talking to you, Douglas, you were like, dude, I already signed it. And it's just like, dude, it's like my signature's like right here,
I remember when you lost it. You were looking all over the place for it. You lost it for a minute there.
That's a whole story in and of itself. I got to tell you, that weekend for me was just, oh my gosh, it was so wild. It was so amazing on so many levels, and then the poster, and there's just all these things that just defied every statistic, logic, everything. Anyway, so as I was reading that story, there was a part where it talked about, like sloppy signatures and all that coming through, and like I actually pictured that part of your artist, because that's how a typical artist is. They got all this brilliant part inside of their mind, and it's so focused inside of their mind on these great ideas, they're less focused on the paper.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to my dad on the way to the meetup. We had 12 hours to talk. We never turned on the radio, not one time. Wow. I swear. And the way back, it was the same thing. It was just the greatest father-son. It was one of the greatest weekends of my life with my dad, actually.
That's cool.
And then,
awesome.
and that's just on like, the father-son level. Now, the cool thing is with him, he was 50 years, and I have never, ever seen him wet shave in my life.
How does he
Not
shave?
one time. And then at the show, see, I've been a salesman. I knocked doors. I did solar, and I did home automation and security for 8 years. So I probably knocked over 100,000 doors easily. Not that all of those people answered the door, but I talked to people in every kind of situation imaginable, and I had like just a sixth sense. So I really worked my dad. Even if I wasn't trying to work him, it's just like subconsciously I was influencing him. And so I got him actually to come to the show, and I called him, and at first I'm like, hey, and actually my schedule at work, it took like 6 weeks. I was trying to get them to change my schedule, and everybody else, for some reason, they're just getting approved left and right. And I'm like, these guys are newer than me. I'm like, what happened to seniority? I'm like, what's going on here? And finally, the week before, literally, it comes through. I get the weekend off. I call my dad, and I'm like, hey, Dad, you want to go on a trip with me, man? Do you just want to hit the road?
Very cool.
What dad is going to say no?
Yeah.
Lots of dads.
Yeah, my dad.
Yeah, right.
Especially the way I drive.
So anyways, I'm like, well, there's actually a shave show, a shaving convention in California.
Oh, God.
And, people turn an eyebrow. They're like, shaving convention? I'm like, yeah, it's in California. All my friends are going to be there. It's going to be great. Well, later on, while I was driving with my dad, I found out, I was like, I really wasn't that interested about, a shaving show because he only used an electric razor.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I was more interested about just having time with my son. And so, anyways, we got that at the show. Actually, the 12 hours going there, I wasn't like hard selling him because then you get like that pushback, where they're like, as soon as the first rule of sales is you're not a salesman. That's the number one rule. And so I could never let on to my dad that I was trying to influence him.
Right.
But I was talking about the industry and my passion and how I just discovered it in the whole story about how I used to make fun of my friend thinking that he was I finally, after, 29 years, found the gold that he was never going to live down. And then it turns out, that his hobby of watching men shave it, and then I end up being the guy making the videos shaving. But anyways, I didn't know if I was going to get the soap today, but I did, and I was so thrilled. It was, dude. All these crazy things have been happening to me lately. I'm getting over the shingles. I got the shingles right after the event, and that was life-changing. That actually led into my page. I'll just give a real quick thing because it does have to do with. Yeah, so it has to do with the wet shavers to the rescue. After 2 weeks, and I never had shingles before in my life. I didn't even know what they were, and I don't even remember when I was a kid and had chicken pox. Mm-hmm. But this does relate specifically to shaving, and you're like, how does shingles relate to shaving? Well, I'm going to tell you. So basically, even the window, remember my schedule to go to the event, they cleared it just in time. My dad said, yeah, let's do it. I convinced my dad, talked him into it. He went to the show, bought a razor, came back, tried it out. He's been he's been a wet shaver ever since, telling me, I was like, going to websites and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, Dad, you just jumped into the rabbit hole. You don't know it yet, but I know where you're going. Anyways, awesome. Like literally like a couple days after that, this time frame is like, there's no way it could have been by chance because I had the opportunity to go to the Big Shave West, which had such an impact on me. Going there, I thought I was like a kid going to like every kid dreams of going to the toy store, like biggest toy store and all that. I thought that's what it was going to be, but for grown-ups and shaving.
It pretty much was.
And then when I got there, it was that, but it was so much more than that. I realized like what shaving really is. Mm-hmm. And it's so much more than just standing in front of a mirror and shaving. So anyways, I got that insight, which for me was so impactful. And I got to meet all of you guys and become friends with you guys on a real level. Nice. And I really, what it was is I realized like there is some kind of a thread in the community that drives, or like a magnet that will magnetize a certain personality, a certain type of person into wet shaving. And that just happens to be all these awesome individuals. And so there's no wonder to me that once I was there, everybody like you recognize you, you know, and I thought, well, holy cow, this guy recognizes me, you know, and they call you by their first name, but then they're just on a real level, just some of the greatest salt of the earth people. So I really like developed like a love for the people of the community. Then I came home and I got shingles, which I didn't know what shingles was. I thought it only happens on one side of your body, and I started getting the sensations of like a really bad sunburn on my skin. And I was like, what the heck? I never take my shirt off. How am I getting a sunburn? That was stage 1. Stage 2, the next morning I woke up and it felt like everyone had punched me like right in the side, like all the way around, that whole side, like 1 to 2 inch deep bruising. Now I'm feeling both of these sensations at the same time, and the sunburn. And then the worst of all, no, this isn't the worst of all. It builds up. Sunburns are bad. Then the bruising's bad. When you combine them, it's worse. And then, you know the feeling and sensation when your foot falls asleep?
Yeah.
And you stand up and you get 1,000 shooting needles. Add that to the 1 to 2 inch deep bruising and the sunburn feeling all at the same time. And then the worst part is it doesn't go away and it's inescapable.
Mhm.
Literally for 2 weeks I laid in bed and I could not escape the pain. Now, if you imagine hitting your thumb with the hammer and how much pain a second feels like, it doesn't feel like a second.
Oh, sure.
So this
Every time I hit
It didn't
myself in
feel
the
like-
thumb with a hammer, I immediately do heroin, so I don't feel anything.
Yeah, right. And I had no painkillers. I went to 3 doctors, and that was probably not by accident either. They were so incompetent. No one got me anything to help. Most of them didn't even recognize it was shingles, and I'd given up on doctors until somebody finally said, "Oh, hey, well, we got someone that had shingles," and they went to this doctor, and they understood it was great, and blah blah blah. I went there. They actually prescribed me some stuff, and that was kind of my way out after 2 weeks of suffering. But my point in describing that amount of time, and when you hit your thumb with the hammer, how it like distorts time. Well, what it is with shingles, and I know now why it's in the Bible. It is biblical. This thing it is bad. I prayed that nobody gets it. It was leading me to this whole thing. So anyways, it's like being stuck in not a round room, just a room with the door locked, and they're piping in like the same song for 2 weeks, and it never ends. It's going to drive you absolutely insane. But instead of it being a song, it was this pain.
Right.
The shooting
So is
needles,
this bringing
pain,
us to bring us to the page?
Yeah. Yep. So here's how it brought to the page. So finally, I just had this breakthrough.
I'm trying to
In my
move the story
mind.
along just because we're running it. We're
Yeah,
trying to get
yeah.
everyone on board.
So I had this breakthrough where finally, with the pain, I just had this point where I just became more intuitive in my mind. I just tapped into other places. That was just crazy. And I had such a huge amount of compassion just come through me because of the pain. And then I had read up about Noah, and I had met Scott. And so I thought, man, here's a kid who's 7 years old, and he's dealing with things. I think that what I was dealing with for 2 weeks was bad. No, this is he's going to live with this.
Mhm.
And then there was the cyber right when I got into the industry that happened, and our industry's growing. And I just said, you know what? Somebody has to organize an organization where none of us can give a lot. I don't know hardly any of us that can give a lot, but every single one of us can give a little bit.
Mhm.
And by sheer numbers, if we get thousands of people that are like-minded, that love the community, and they want to help, but maybe they only have $5. Well, you just join my group, which is Wet Shavers to the Rescue. If you want to do a lot of your posting of your shave of the days and stuff, that goes on Shaving with Rich. But my vision is we're going to have and it's growing leaps and bounds. We got people all over the world, not just in the United States. We're all going to be interconnected. So when something happens, we have hundreds, if not thousands, of people to get the word out. We'll be the central command center.
So what's the name of this
the
page?
central hub.
What's the name of the page, Rich?
It's called Wet Shavers to the Rescue. It's my
on
group.
Facebook.
And we can literally, I did a video for Scott before I opened up the page, and that was the first video.
Rich,
and then
we got to let you go.
Money, yeah.
Yeah, we got to get some other people in here.
You put all this information in the sidebar, though, Rich. We just have some other guys
Yeah.
that are trying to get. I can see them in the sidebar. They're trying to get on. So thank you, Rich, for stopping.
Yeah, I got you.
It's
Yep.
always
Wet Shavers to the rescue, guys.
Wet Shavers to the rescue. I'm going to put a link
Awesome.
right here or something about it right here after I edit it.
Well,
Awesome.
sounds great.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.
See you, bud.
Oops, I accidentally locked the seat. Okay. Thank you, Rich, for joining us.
Let's get
Thank
Josh.
you.
That was an epic story. And for all you, I am a member of that.
Proportions.
Yeah,
Yep.
it really was.
Let's get Josh in here.
Oh, we haven't. I don't think we've had Josh on ever.
Yeah. Let's get him in.
Where is he?
He just disappeared. What the crap?
Josh, we were just letting you in. I can't see everybody.
Hold on.
Guys, I don't know what happened, but no one's in the side thing, so take that seat again.
Hold on. There we go. Josh King. Let's get him in here.
I don't see him. Oh, there he is.
He just showed up. There we go. Coming in.
Josh.
Josh. Come on, man. What's wrong with your internet?
Yeah, remember, guys, headphones are key.
Yes.
Yep.
Please.
We have about 20 minutes left. We got like 3 more people to get on, so we're going to be doing like 5-minute seats.
Yep. Let's do it.
So, how's the weather down there in Casa Grande, Doug?
Yeah, it's quite delightful. How's it in? Okay, Josh,
Yeah. Let's see if we can get you another time, bud.
try back in a little bit. Okay, who we got now? Now, here we go. The party is back, folks. So hide your refrigerator. It's John Romanoff from
John,
Southern
what's up?
Florida. Wet Shavers.
What's up,
Welcome
buddy?
aboard, John.
Gentlemen,
I heard you were going to be on the show today. I saw a flyer by Tim, I think.
Tim, for some reason, Tim jumps the gun on me there.
All those guys jumped the gun. You're the only realist in that group.
Yeah, and I got a new microphone and new headphones and everything.
Oh, look at that.
So that this way, we can talk and I can hear you and you can hear me.
Yeah, because after I edited that last show, there was like a crinkling. There was like a weird noise every time you spoke. I don't know what that was.
It was my work laptop and it just did not work as well as my home computer. So
right on.
Here we are.
So
guys,
what's new?
I wanted to touch base with you guys. Has anybody tried this yet?
Fine Platinum?
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
The new
I
soap.
haven't had a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a chance to shave with it today. I made this little tin with the label myself because I'm not a big fan of getting stuff in like this. But it says it's Cretaventus, and I don't have $350 to buy Cretaventus. So I was wondering if anybody knew if it actually does smell like Cretaventus.
My experience with the aftershave is it smells a lot like Bleu de Chanel to me.
Bleu de Chanel. Okay, see, because I've got the aftershave and the soap now.
Mhm.
They smell very good, but I don't know what to compare it to because it's not. I don't know what it is to compare.
Go to the mall, Tom. Go to the mall.
Yeah,
and get some. I'm sure it does. All of Fine's aftershaves are based on some famous or popular cologne.
I had all the aftershaves already, so I picked up all the soaps as they came out, and they're all good. The orange one, really nice too. The soap. So I'll be doing a video on YouTube with the soap soon with that one, and I'm uploading this Fine one today, so that'll be cool.
Now, is he out of American Blend right now? Is that off his site or?
Yeah.
But it's coming back.
Sold out. He had a lot of problems with shipping when he first started with these new soaps. for some reason, the shipping got messed up, and it took like 3 weeks for me to get my soap. But
shipping from him to you?
Yeah,
I
from him.
thought his.
I kept every day I was getting messages on my email saying Mr. Fine apologizes. And I was like, okay, he's apologizing. So, and I have enough soaps to last me for a lifetime. So I really wasn't too worried about that.
All of us do.
American Barber isn't the same scent, Stephen. Just an FYI.
No, it's not.
Oh, the American Barber as the
Italian barber.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I'm positive I have it.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. But you got to keep that.
American Barber is based on Yves Saint Laurent, right?
No, it's off of one of the other Rive Gauche scents, but it's not the one that American Blend is.
Gotcha.
So I have a question for Matt too. First of all, it's very nice to see you, Matt.
Nice to see you, sir.
I know that I've been watching your YouTube videos and very impressed with how you redo all these razors, these vintage razors, and I think people need to start really understanding that, like I just got a bunch of new vintage razors, and I'm holding off sending like 3 or 4 to you at once so that I can get them all in. The birth razor, and I got a couple of new of these Gillette old ones that I win them in raffles for like $5 or $10.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But to have them replated or just rejuvenated, you guys do an amazing job. Anthony McKenzie's got quite a few razors that you'd redone for him, replated with Rhodium. Did I say that right?
Rhodium.
And it's like the top plating. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep. Absolutely.
So when you go through the process of doing this on these razors, guys have to understand that it takes a little time. Obviously, you're taking the whole thing apart completely, right? And each part is being done separately.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we have two main services we offer for DE razors. We have tune-up services, which just covers mechanics and kind of tries to make it look as best as it can with the original plating intact. That's what we were doing at the Big Shave West. We brought out the tune-up machine, and my same technician that does the tune-ups came out. We can adjust the mechanics, make it look beautiful, sanitized, etc. If you do the revamp, that includes all the mechanical, kind of things that can happen with these razors if they're dropped, if they don't open correctly, etc. But then, yeah, you're right. We completely take them apart. We strip off all the original finish. Each component is hand polished to like a near mirror finish.
Right.
Then it's plated with new metal on top of it. And to do, let's say, like rhodium, like you said, you actually first put down a layer of copper, which adheres to the brass. Each razor is made out of solid brass. Then you put nickel on top of the copper. Then you put rhodium on top of the nickel. So it's like a 3-layer cake, and that helps with brightness and adhesion. And that's what gives you a really durable plating job. And yeah, we have right now, our turnaround time is currently around 6 weeks or so for a revamp. We have at least 20 or 30 razors a day that come into our shop. I'm not joking.
I believe you.
Yeah. So I mean, you add that up throughout the week. There's literally over 100 razors that arrive every week for us to work on. I just hired another technician last week.
Nice.
So
time to expand, man.
Yeah. I mean, right now I have
a big
8
facility. Yeah.
I have 8 employees right now. I'm number 9, and
8 is enough.
Yeah. Well, you just had a baby, right?
I just had a baby, so
is it
yeah.
a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
So he'll be replating soon himself, right?
That's right.
He'll be working the farm. Only reason to have him.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly.
So it does
take push the button,
take a little time, but
it's well worth it.
Yeah, and we have goals this year. Like we're moving in September, we're moving to a bigger building. We're also always expanding the team. And, just in the last year, I've hired 3 or 4 employees. I mean,
awesome.
The company is literally 3 years out of the garage. We were in my garage 3 years ago, and it was just me and 1 employee. So we've come a long way. I remember when Douglas moved out from the East Coast, he stopped by the shop, and there was only 3 of us at the time, So, Yeah, it's always growing, and we're a small business, so we're
Yeah.
you know it is what it is.
We
And we try to do our best.
We got to support our small businesses, gentlemen.
Yep.
Everybody out there, we got to support the small businesses.
Because that's the American dream right there.
That's right. Without you guys, we're not getting any of our stuff that we want.
Well,
remember that.
Keep your money and keep your money in the community is what it all comes down to.
Douglas,
that goes from small town to online community. Keep your money.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Go on.
You showed a picture of a canned peaches.
Yeah.
So I noticed on my Facebook page on South Florida Wet Shavers, you got a new soap coming out.
It's out.
Right?
It's out.
It's out already? Okay, so I need to go on there because I like fruits and oranges and peaches. So
you'll love it then.
I was intrigued. I was listening to you because you were explaining how there's no essential oils in peach.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So
that's typically how fragrance oils work, or why they were developed was because some of these vegetables, fruits, woods, whatever, biomass doesn't contain essential oils, or if they do, they're fleeting. You can't really contain them.
Right. So Father's Day is coming up next weekend, and the South Florida Wet Shavers is collaborating with 26 Degree Brewery Company in Pompano Beach in Florida, and they're having a Man Day celebration. So we're going to be coming down there. Our members, we're going to be doing shaving displays, showing antique razors, explaining all about wet shaving, and of course, Miami Libre and all of our awesome scents that you guys all make for us. We'll be bringing them down. We have our new the new key lime pie, the key lime, which is key lime and barbershop, and this was made for our group for our meetup in Sebring. Cool. So it's really amazing. Yeah. It really is.
My geography is so bad. Like Sebring, when I first heard that, I thought it was a play on spring, and I was like, oh, that's clever.
I know. Listen, we didn't know what Sebring was either. We're in Miami, and so Sebring. So it's like 3 hours for us.
Are you near Kissimmee?
Yeah, it's by Disney area up that way.
I remember a joke growing up where there's a newly married couple in a McDonald's, and they're going back and forth with each other. The husband's saying "kiss a me," and the wife saying "kiss a me," and he's going "kiss a me," and the wife's going "kiss a me," and the guy sitting next to an old man drinking coffee. "Excuse me, sir. We need you to pronounce where we are very slowly because we're having an argument." Right. And he looks at them and goes, McDonald's. Sorry, go on, John. Yeah.
No, that's pretty much. I just wanted to let you guys know that we do appreciate shavemeetup.com, and everybody needs to go there. And if you don't have an event that's there already and you're doing a meetup, you need to go on there and contact the website so that you can get your information up there. And you even have access, I believe, on that site to put pictures up after the meetup.
Yeah, send your pictures over to us. We have
Yeah, so it's a really cool a medium to get all of your information out.
Yeah.
And everybody's got to get involved a little more, and not be so hung up on what they got, but just get back to wet shaving, man.
John, I want to add one thing.
Sure.
I'm not as involved with all the individual groups as maybe some others are. I try to visit a lot of them, but I saw something on, I think it was your guys' group meetup page. It was a video of you in a bathroom setting. I'm not sure if it was your personal bathroom or at a gym or something with another gentleman, and you were actually instructing him how to do a straight shave. And I couldn't help but think that you were almost like a coach, like coaching a pitcher or a catcher or a batter or whatever. It was so cool. I mean,
I saw that. That was at a mini meet. Wasn't that a mini meetup?
It was a mini meet at one of the guys' houses. We in South Florida, we have 15 or 20 of us that really get together almost every weekend.
That's awesome.
And then because down here, we love the ability. And I recommend to everybody, no matter what state you're in and what group you're in, meetups, mini meetups. Get together and just grab, even if it's one other guy and you're just smelling a soap and talking wet shaving and having a beer absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. it's so important. And, you know, it's really great to do all this Facebook and thing, but until you actually get out and you're touching this stuff and you're seeing people and you're making, because what we're doing now is we're making relationships we're building relationships with other people, not just wet shavers. Because I was out last night.
Yep.
We went to a burlesque show, and
Nice.
and there was 4 or 5 families of wet shavers, husbands and girlfriends.
I didn't know where that was going for a second. Oh, really? To a burlesque show?
Yes,
Wow.
and we all went out and we met up and we got together. But it's more than just me meeting the guy that shaves. It's his family and his kids, and we all get to know each other.
You know,
And we do.
I want to add to that. We had a customer stop by, Rudy or Rudolph, Saneas or Sanas. I'm probably butchering his
Okay.
name. I totally
You had to
apologize.
hit it somewhere in there, Matt.
Yeah, it was close, right?
Well,
Well,
split the difference.
All I want to say is that, you know, we ended up, he came in, he was from New Mexico. He came to Big Shave West. He's been a customer of ours. And he came by the shop. He was driving through Phoenix. We sat there and I found out he played guitar. I play guitar.
Right.
You know, we found out that he enjoys, you know, micro craft beer. You know, I'm drinking a new Belgian beer right now. And
Right.
you find out that the wet shaving is just the common thread, but all of us kind of have so many other things that connect us, and you end up making some great friendships.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes. A lot of us
um,
forget that. A lot of us forget
Yeah.
that in these forums. And until you get together, you don't realize that. Well, none of us are wearing pants, first of all, but you don't realize
Right.
that there's a lot of common ground. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not really.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing.
You know,
I have well over 140 YouTube videos, and it's funny because I did Through the Fire Fine Craft makes a shampoo and conditioning bar that is fantastic, and I liked it a lot. No, well, you have no need for that. That's true, but I did a shampoo video in my shower with the water running, and the first thing everyone asked was, "Man, do you have a bathing suit on or something?" And I was like, "Guys, what do you care?
Yeah.
We're wet shavers, for God's sakes. We do all this in our bathrooms." Nice. Okay, he's got.
Yeah, just for the record.
I don't.
I'm not going to show you.
Yeah, either am I.
Now, listen, guys, I know that you want to get someone else on too, so I'm going to let you cut me short if you need to, because I could talk forever. But
We should get you and Peter on the show. It could just.
oh,
John and I will
yes.
never get a word in. It'll be
go
awesome.
nuts.
You guys can go back and forth like Wimbledon.
It was wonderful talking to you, gentlemen.
Likewise,
and,
Jonathan.
thanks for having me on.
We'll see you again
And-
soon. I want to continue doing these hot seat episodes.
I really enjoy this a lot, and I watched the shows on YouTube when they were on YouTube when you post them.
Yep.
But never had the ability to actually get involved like this until the last week.
That was always the
And-
dream. Well, when we first started talking about the Wet Shavers Roundtable, was we wanted
fantastic.
to open it up to the community, but it just
Right.
we started hosting different artisans and whatnot too. There was a lot of new,
Right.
what it is a lot of new artisans and vendors on the scene that we wanted to like feature that
Right.
we hadn't had a chance to with Mustache and Blade or Cutting Edge or any of these other shows. Like so, we wanted.
I
to
listen to all the podcasts at work. I'm a photographer, so all day long I'm taking pictures with headphones on, and I got my phone in my pocket listening to the podcasts.
That's awesome.
You know,
Yeah,
But
that's the
what-
best way to do it. In fact, there is
Yeah.
a podcast of this show, and I always
Right.
forget to announce that. So let me do that right now. I know
Good
we're
idea.
running out of time too, so you might just be our last. And I'm sorry to everybody out there that was waiting to get on the
is
show.
that for your cigar?
This was
You know,
saying,
I just-
cut it out. No.
Yeah, I smoke cigars now. I started smoking cigars again. I stopped. I used to be a pipe smoker, and then I quit smoking, and then I started smoking cigars again recently because Bob Gonzo, he got me hooked again on cigars.
I'm a
So-
big fan of the
Yeah.
scissors. You know, I tried the guillotine. I love the scissors. I keep on coming back.
Scissors are cool. I'll have to get a pair to try that.
Yeah.
I have to have everything that everyone has, unfortunately.
Now those are cool
But-
for a lot of things. Those scissors, like you wouldn't even
Yeah, I mean, pinky fingers,
circumcision.
the whole deal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my
Crisp.
father was a rabbi.
Oh, there you go. My little schmagegi. Okay, so that said, what I wanted to mention was that to find the podcast after the fact, and we all owe this all to Bo Champion of Facebook fame. You all know him. Bo's a really great guy. He's also a member of the How to Grow Mustache G Plus community, and he's been so kind to convert these shows into a podcast that you can listen to audio. And you can get there at wetshaversroundtablepodcast.com. So thanks, Bo. And I don't believe it's taking me this long to mention this because it's been going on for months now. I just keep my head's up my well, you know where my head is.
No.
But, so
You guys are busy guys. I definitely know that. Listen, every other week you guys are coming out with new scents and new soaps and new stuff in the stores. You guys are busy. Everyone's got to understand that too. So
yeah, I think people get it. I hope people get it.
The South Florida Wet Shavers, we love all you guys.
Awesome.
And we definitely, I personally, I'm loving coming on here. And as long as you guys will give me 5 minutes every time you do this, I'll come on. And, you used to, I'm sorry to change the subject. I've got 10 things on my mind. When I first started watching this show, you used to have a segment where everybody showed something new that they just had gotten or something they tried.
Yeah, we kind of just brought that back today.
Yes. Well, that was why I brought the fine out, because I wanted to try to talk to you guys and see, hey, that was a huge plus. I loved watching that because I would get hands-on, ideas from you guys.
Yeah.
It was coming out, new razors, things like that.
I got some complaints on that too. So I mean, it's like you never really know what people want.
You can't please everybody, though.
No, you can't please everybody. I learned that a long time ago.
So
or your wife.
Excellent. Well, John, it's been a pleasure having you. It's been a pleasure having you, Matt, as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So again, everyone, thank you for tuning in. This has been episode 46 of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. Stay tuned for next week's episode 47, and also stay tuned for that feature film for the documentary, The Heart of Shaving, that Matt has put together with Marissa and many other fine folks, but mostly it's their baby and their brainchild, and we're all looking forward to next Friday. So that's June 3rd.
Is there a URL that we can go straight to find that video, Matt?
Yes.
I bought theheartofshaving.com, so you can check that out.
Wow.
And that'll be right here after the fact. So this is after June 30th, 2016, folks. Just go to this link right here.
That's very cool.
That's not my middle finger, by the way. So I know over here. Go to this link right here.
Don't forget the
Very nice.
Exactly. So thank you very much, folks. Stay positive. Stay happy. No more.
Guys, have a wonderful week.
Happy shaving.
Catch you later.